Welcome to 24 Hour Sports. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. The Atlanta Falcons have decided to pay right guard Chris Lindstrom on a 5-year, $105 million contract. And a lot of people are criticizing this move, saying right guards or guards in general shouldn't get paid like tackles, and saying that the Atlanta Falcons just flat out don't want to win. And I knew this wasn't true. I knew he's one of the better offensive linemen in the NFL. And I wondered, how could I get a video out to show just that? Question, did I want to do a film breakdown on the offensive lineman? But after watching Chris Lindstrom, that assessment changed very, very quickly. At just 26 years old, I have no questions on whether or not Chris Lindstrom is a top 5 guard in the NFL. You usually pay those guys. There was no problem when Zach Martin got paid. There was no problem when Quentin Nelson got paid. Why is it such a problem now? You don't lose your best players, because of positional value. I understand guard is not pretty, but you need that. It's not just like a running back. This is a completely different thing when we're talking about offensive line and the continuity of that line. But I'm going to stop doing all the talking. Let's roll the tape. So the first thing I'm looking for in an offensive lineman is hand placement. When a defensive lineman gets your hands off of him, how do you re-engage? Can you continue to shoot your hands and continue to win the rep? Chris Lindstrom does that on multiple occasions. Some other things I look for: do you finish your blocks? He does that as well. And the last thing I look for is, are you smart? Do you pick up blitzes? Do you get beat by stunts? Can you flow within the continuity of the offensive line? He can do that as well. This is a franchise cog at offensive line. And really, if you just want to have a good day, if you want to teach your kids about football, you want to entertain somebody, you need to put on Chris Lindstrom blocking for a screen. Right here, he does just that, and it's a beautiful play. Athletic. This is the one thing that you can't teach, and something I really don't look for, but he has that uncoachable trait in that athleticism, being able to get out in space, get to the second level. So a key theme you're going to see with the Atlanta Falcons: this offensive line isn't the best. This isn't a great team. So a lot of things you're going to see, it's only Chris Lindstrom that we can focus on, because around him, you're going to kind of lose focus on just how bad everything else is. But right here, lined up against a 3-tech, does a great job to hook him inside on this outside run. And athleticism, I talk about firing off the ball, getting off the ball. He does this, and that hand placement, once he gets his hands on you, it's kind of night-night. It's kind of a wrap. And right here, this is exactly that. So right here, like I said, the ideology, I don't know what the Falcons offensive coordinator really tries to get done with his run game, because schematically it's not sound. You right here is basically everybody zone blocking to the left. You got your fullback splitting and getting to the play side linebacker. But who's going to block the outside linebacker? The answer is nobody. I think you probably could answer that yourself. So right here, though, we want to focus on Chris Lindstrom. Just look at how he blocks down the 1-tech. I mean, this is some stuff to get excited about, creating a hole that huge. But really, like I said, you're asking a running back to also, if the play side linebacker doesn't get blocked, he's going to have to make him miss. He's going to have to make the backside outside linebacker miss. So really, it's not a good run play. But like I said, Chris Lindstrom creating a gaping hole. He's a monster. And like I said, he's very sound in pass protection. Right here, I like his technique, what he does. As soon as the D lineman tries to disengage and swipe down on the hands, he moves back his hands. And then once the D lineman misses, then he re-engages, wins the rep from that point forward. But one thing I do want to talk about is, if you're going to see Chris Lindstrom getting beat, it's probably going to be by a longer, more athletic defensive tackle, not really lined up with their hand in the dirt. I've seen some teams that try to get a beat on them. They moved them back just a step off the ball, and then they came in rushing with the bull rush like that. But even then with that, it's still not as consistent as you would want it to be, trying to beat this guy in pass rush. But right here, this is the play. You want to say, show me your best play, show me what you got. What's the overall essence of this football player? This is it. So right here, we see the right tackle. The defensive line, they're running a stunt. But the right tackle, he lunges out and he gets beat to the inside. Chris Lindstrom, he feels it. He understands the game, and he understands he can feel out a stunt and pick up the other guy seamlessly, like it's no problem. And right here, you were really, if he gets beat in this situation, you're not blaming him. But he doesn't get beat. He gets on that shoulder, and he gets him out of the play, allowing Ritter to step up and make that throw. This is the type of stuff when I'm talking about that's different. You see a lot of right guards don't possess the athleticism to get on that inside shoulder and make a play like this. He does it. And right here on this play, it just showcases, again, the smarts of an offensive lineman along with having that power, strength, and athleticism. He finds work when there's really not a lot of work to be found. We understand we got a hot route bottom running back. He's going to be leaking out. We understand we got Cordell Patterson coming across the formation. But I'm going to still help, and I'm going to let the right tackle double team with Patterson. I'm going to bump down and get on this inside guy. And now Desmond Ridder has time to do what he wants to do. Doesn't find any reads, so he's going to scramble out the pocket. But that's not because of Christian Lindstrom. And also, you can tell the guys who really spend a lot of time in the film room studying right here. We see this one. And he's going to threaten his center with the spin move. Is that Christian Lindstrom? He feels it out, and he's going to knock him off his point of attack. Now he's in the dirt. Like I said, you got to be nasty if you play an offensive lineman. He's the nastiest of the nasty. And also, one thing I do want to say is how he gets to the second level in space. Again, I said that earlier in the video, but right here you can see it. He gets up, Tyler Algier, Cordell Patterson. If you want to thank anybody for why you had this type of season, Christian Lindstrom is your guy. We out.